L'autre côté, mon gars. L'autre aussi, on est deux, OK? We can, but it's nicer up here. Especially with the screens, Charlie.
Are the screens on? They weren't on before.
That's why I said especially without the screens. No, the power's out. The power's on in the shed. The compressor's still working.
Yeah, apparently this is all emergency power.
Well, the compressor's running, so we don't need to worry about the ice.
Oh yeah, you should have it down there with no one down there.
Shoot. Back. Our color.
We're doing Kobe today.
Yeah.
Top shape?
Yeah.
We were really bad parents yesterday.
Check them out, please. Oh, on the way home. Wow. I thought you like that was like you were paying. I guess it's so bad.
5 minutes of each other because the first McDonald's was closed, and the first Timor's was closed. Then we saw Timor's and we're like, oh, so you had like 7 for BLT.
Yeah, you didn't have much. Either out of the fry or out of the... They didn't have
Were
anything.
you doing anything before?
Yeah.
Like anything
Bonne partie, messieurs.
Merci de l'autre aussi.
un peu tard, là, coach.
Mais mieux tard que jamais.
On l'avait dit en bas, là.
C'est ça.
Ben, ils ont comme parti rapidement, les gars.
Ouais.
Oui. Do we know if Cole's first rock is in?
I don't think so, or they would have hit it.
Oh, okay. I love that that's your answer to everything. I don't think so. They would have hit it.
Non, elle était
La
panne de courant.
C'est pas évident, là?
Non, c'est pas évident. C'est ça, on voit pas non plus.
You're sure if you put it here, you wouldn't be below the pipes?
I think you can see the house. I might be, but
Well, we only have half of them on, eh? Because the power being out.
No, but just like where they are, what are these for? What are these pipes for?
I think they're to hold up the cameras and holding the walls of the building down.
great shot, Nico.
Sur la peau des dents.
Ouais. C'est tight.
My hair. When they stop sweeping right before, like, is that just high? Picking up where you left off.
Steve, did you see the rest of the drama from Team Botcher?
Yeah.
Là, j'étais reparti.
L'horloge, oui, mais les lumières, non.
Well, apparently, so they released a statement saying that their third was not going to be playing with them for the rest of the season. That for personal reasons, he was stepping blah, blah. And the third on Twitter went on and said, this is BS. You know, if you're going to make an announcement, at least make a proper announcement of what actually happened. So there's some like serious drama going on. And he's like, you know, personal reasons. He says, I was ready to defend our title. Yeah, it was pretty,
Perfect one. Yeah, I also think that better than
I agree, that's really nice.
the Olympic cycle. Okay, they just named Team Canada right for the Olympics. So that's the time when you.
So basically, they just need to keep putting the guard back up until someone misses, right?
Isn't the right team going forward for the next Olympics, but then admits to that, right? That's the
Because
case.
that other one on the button is pretty hard to get to. Although that guard's pretty high, but it doesn't fall here very much, right? It's pretty.
You can't say that he chose to be for personal reasons when that's not true. It's like you know that's going to backfire. It's weird. Yeah. Especially this guy, he's very animated. We met him at the bar. He's super nice. Really nice guy. Loves hanging out with fans and interacting. And then it's not like a shot back to fade away. No, so you know he's going to say something.
Unless they had come to an agreement, but now he's changing that.
Maybe.
And he agreed that they would put that statement back.
At least we got two in the house, but they're not.
I'm answering questions here.
Needs to bite, or we need to get it behind the other one. Just don't angle them. Tap it, roll into the open. That's perfect. There's nothing wrong with that. It's not what we wanted, but at least it's not. You can't double it. Right?
Oh yeah,
Ouais, c'est vrai. Ou encore,
Même un triple est fort de doute.
ouais, ça, c'est pas là avec le pot qui lance.
Worried if I lower the camera. No, it's because I'm worried if I lower it, it's going to be hard to get the near base. Because I'm that much closer to it. I don't know. I mean, you can see the house. It's not an ideal position anyways, no matter how you cut it. You can't see the far edge, and the like they would, the players would be in the way. Like when they're standing there, you wouldn't be able to see anything because they're too close. I would need to have like a super serious setup with like a tripod and other angles down, or I could switch the cameras and like
That's pretty good, eh?
apparently there's a team at the National.
It's okay. Not a lot of handle on it, so it should curl in. You gotta keep going, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Had it all set up. So Neil got the phone because he had multiple cameras.
Really good.
He was switching, he was putting up a scoreboard in between, like each end.
Bédard,
Commercial.
Yeah, they won their game.
They were moving along the stage and thinking.
So basically, we have to win both. We have to win today and tonight. If we don't, because our draws will about every good either. So,
So I figured I
right,
might
we
try
had
to
two
play
blanks
around
and two 12-footers.
I got the hour from Neil and doesn't play around with it another time. I heard about it on Wednesday. I didn't have enough time to play
You
with
got to go back when you got lucky.
When you got the key.
devices. Probably multiple devices. I think that would be
Ça, c'est ce qu'on appelle ça le pro miss, c'est ça?
Ouais, c'est.
great if I could go set it up. As long as there's plenty
On va lui donner le bénéfice du doute.
Ouais, c'est.
And especially at a club like this, you put it like on a tripod right up against the wall.
On a fait flotter.
angled from the side.
Puis ici, si tu mets du poids, là, elle revient pas. Hein.
Non, c'est ça.
Même, surtout,
C'est rarement léger.
sans ce temps-là. Hein.
Ouais, c'est ça.
And they set up all your cameras so you can YouTube stream the game. And they'll even pick one sheet where they commentate. Awesome. And I know this company needs actually does a whole lot of games and stuff like that. You can actually stats for put a package together, take 10%.
Just need a bit more volume.
Yeah, just a little.
That'd be great if you could get a half buried behind. Half buried behind. See, now they can get both.
You know, you can do that for all that.
It's a good shot, it's just not perfect. Right, because now he can hit that yellow, back into the other yellow, and get them both. So he needed to be half
Il essaie de rouler à droite. S'il fait ça, ben, il y a peut-être 3 shots dans le
half a rock to the left. Le bleu à gauche, c'est du temps maison?
Ben,
C'est dur à savoir, hein?
c'est dur.
Je pense pas parce que je pense que mes gars l'auraient frappé s'il était dans la
C'est
maison.
toi qui étais dans la maison, tu étais bien placé. Il n'y avait pas avantage, mais même joué dessus.
Mais c'était ta première pierre, ça. Le bleu qui est à gauche.
Ah, c'est vrai. Ouais, mais garde de point, il n'y avait pas d'autre à frapper de toute façon.
C'est ça, je pense
Ah,
pas qu'il est
fait que
dedans.
ça devait être-
Je pense pas qu'il est dedans.
I don't think the
Celle de droite, je pense qu'il est dedans. par contre.
Elle de droite, pas mal sûr.
exactly didn't check the one on the left. Did you check
Yeah,
I rechecked the one on the right though.
I think the one on the right's in, but not the left.
Yeah. We opted not to hit the one on the right, so. Ah, eux autres ont commencé? Oui, ils ont commencé. Ils avaient commencé à l'heure. Ok. Je vais peut-être te poser
Oh.
des questions.
Good try.
Bédard.
Bien essayé, ça.
C'était Bédard. Si? Ils sont bleus. Bédard sont bleus? Oui.
Je suis pas sûr de la première année, ça a joué.
D'après le langage corporel de mon ski, je dirais oui.
Ah, ok.
Pour que ça se voie live. Oui, oui, non, c'est merveilleux. On n'a plus d'Internet. Ça prend du temps. Hier, il m'avait donné accès.
So now we want to do the same thing. We'll put it half buried behind the wall, right? Ideally just in the top of the house, just out counting the blue on the right, so that if he hits it, he's not shot.
Regarde, je peux donner des accès.
Just in the red paint so that if he hits it, you're, or bury it. But he looks heavy.
Ouais, ben c'est ça, moi j'ai une. Ouais.
Il est un peu dur à chronométrer parce qu'il il ralentit beaucoup puis il pousse, il est très très
Parce qu'à
positif.
3,50,
Ouais.
Oh, I think you have a shot for two.
Yep.
à la sortie finalement.
Right.
I think they should have swept this and just tapped it blue then.
Yes, so that's exactly right. They should have been pounding it. The minute they said it's heavy, they should have been sweeping it all the way down to keep it straight. So that's where,
These Cole is trying to curl it. I don't know why.
that's why you have to keep screaming at what you think the weight is. If you think it's through, you have to keep yelling it because you're absolutely right. Sweep that so you tick the yellow or even tick the guard, right? Even better would have been to tap the blue.
Si on avait 3,50.
When he comes down, try to see everybody. Let's get some pace done.
Ah, ok, elle touche pas.
Ok, il a essayé de faire un seal.
I think it's on the right.
Yeah, he was trying to
Pas passé.
Oh,
blank.
yeah, c'est une game. Okay. Ouais. Jay didn't text. Brenda was going to Lennoxville, so she wanted to know if you wanted beer.
They're hard to find. But
Even in Lennoxville?
yeah, I had to really look hard to find it. It's just not heavy enough, right?
So how the guys doing
Que nous autres sur la 1 hier, là, à l'extérieur de même, elle venait pas du tout. Même elle tombait. On a lancé des T-lines hier que. T-line. Elle reste là.
Elle restait là.
Yeah.
Tu mets full
Well,
12
I
par
thought he
exemple.
was like that. Oh, it must be his complexion because yesterday his face always looked red. Well, he was. I wonder if to reference it. You've never seen that hard. If that's the. Rate looks pretty good. I think it'll come back.
Peut-être avoir le fou pour revenir. Je pense qu'ils vont s'accorder.
Elle veut pas.
Oh no.
Ça bouge.
Elle restait drette là.
Est-ce qu'il y a un peu?
So now I have this dilemma at work, whether or not I'm using a dual position with really less influence and less power than when I work. That's what a bigger respect. Only to be
That snow is coming down. I think it's going to stay.
people are saying if you take it because nobody else there is reasonable.
Une bonne chose. Avec la journée à soir.
I was just gonna say that doesn't seem like a reason to take that. No, not for me. It's like all those people suck. That's why they need you. It's like, well, yeah, I don't think I want to work with people that suck. And on top of that, like he's just reporting into a team, into the chief financial planning officer that sits inside. So I would never build those relationships, never build that political.
Your son struck over.
And I'd never moved to France now anyways. The way it's 23, 9 years. Because by that time you're like, sit. All you need before is my money. I can sit in my money anywhere.
It looked hard the whole way down.
It did look hard the whole way down.
It was hard, but
We have an older brother, 30. He can take care of him.
Willie, though. At 30.
that is some big weight.
With kids, and then you won't want to go because they're going to be a grandma. Right. Nice shot.
Ah, great shot. Super.
No, I'm just saying there's never going to be a time where
Il a poussé l'autre assez pour être
Ah oui, extraordinaire, man. Extraordinaire. Yeah, you gotta try to. they're all behind the seats. They're not overly dangerous, right? So just getting rid of blue, I'm okay with this. We just have to stick them, right? We need to hit and stick or hit and roll over that way a little bit, just to keep them far apart. Oh, il va aller faire pogner.
Ah, ok, elle monte.
Ouais,
Ok, bon, ben,
il a juste lancé bumper, là. Il a collé bumper. Il a glissé à l'intérieur, mais il l'a lancé au balai.
Ça y arrive, ça.
À nous tous.
Ouais,
Coupable. So this, ideally, you hit the left and roll, but not too much to jam. Now you see you creep from the back of the house. Now this next one's going to be above the sea, so it gets to be more dangerous if you don't roll in the right spot. Right? Because now.
You won't get the roll, but no one's been getting that. Everyone's been trying to get a roll, and no one's getting the roll.
Non, il veut rouler à droite. L'agent d'emploi dérange personne. Parce que la bleue, la
Cherry on top.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, this getting rid of the blue is goal one.
And stain.
Parce que
And staying around is
si
goal
vous
two.
en avez de l'agent, tu peux le jump.
And then getting the roll one is goal
Comme ça,
three. So
ça veut dire que
we'll be together.
ils vont peut-être faire le double parce qu'ils vont prendre. Si,
C'est pas rendu au balai sur celle-là.
It's amazing, eh? How inside the floor, it like.
If he was tight and he just tossed it a hair and it just goes. And it was 6 feet lighter than his other one, so it hooks.
Yeah.
You really got to be.
It's very finicky about weight here, right?
I would do outturn, but right on the middle of the rock. Because he's going to fall. For some reason, Zachary likes doing them this way. I much prefer the other way.
Yeah, when he asked me, I was trying to do.
Because this might curl like crazy because it falls. Right? When you throw it this way, it falls.
on va faire un take-off, c'est sûr qu'il reste plus.
C'est correct. C'est pas évident cette ligne-là. Moi j'aurais aimé mieux dans le milieu. Outturn puis direct dans le milieu de la pierre.
C'est ça.
Veux-tu y parler? Mon skip, s'il vous plaît, moi ça fait juste 40 fois que je l'ai dit. Il y a plus de chances qu'il t'écoute. T'as pas juste Danilo écrit dans le dos.
Ouais, c'est ça. Là, surtout, c'est ça, la glace a tendance à fondre, fait que c'est sûr que.
Puis des in and out, c'est sûr qu'elle va y aller. Là. Bien essayé, ça.
So he's very happy to use them right now. Oh, I'm sure. He's had no idea what to take time off the summer, but he's like, oh, this internship and it's really cool. We're really good at it. So Alex, who's internships, has been like, no, you're an intern. You go
Tu m'as entendu, par exemple.
Ouais.
Well, it's because everyone's so short.
Pas tout le temps.
Ouais, c'est...
Non, c'est drôle. Quand il est à l'intérieur du 8 pieds,
Ok,
il
ça,
va le
c'est
faire
pas
en
bon.
turn. Puis drôlement, quand il est à l'extérieur, il aime mieux de le faire de...
One day the pendulum.
Je sais pas, parce que moi, visuellement, là, je trouve ça incroyablement difficile de lancer aux 12 pieds vers l'intérieur à l'extérieur. Je trouve ça visuellement très difficile.
Là, il flash, je pense.
And I can't see an employer having a huge issue.
Trop de poids. So that's just too much weight. Right? So that kind of weight, you have to be perfect.
Right, I can't see an employer having a huge issue with an intern taking his vacation.
They were even willing to give him time off to take him while he does his exams. And saying that, yeah, when he found out that he had that time off, he really like took pressure off. He's like, it's official. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not missing on anything.
What's the cost balance? And like he's like this is really big of this, you know, like
Well, and you are talking about it, so then people who you're talking to, their impression of style is better. Right? It's also a PR type of thing. Yeah, exactly. So,
Il lance vraiment bien. Hein?
Ouais, mais lui,
You know, as an
I think,
employer, absolutely.
ça
Every
fait
win awards every year.
6-7 ans qu'il a toujours en partant.
Bon, ça, c'est pas lui, là. Ça, c'est la glace. Ça, il a lancé parfaitement. Là. Il a lancé ça parfaitement. J'étais direct au balai, là.
Ouais, c'est ça. Non, il y a une bonne technique.
Ouais, il est vraiment...
lucky there. The ice is weird, eh?
Actually, he threw that beautifully. Beautifully.
Ah, c'était ça.
And it had enough weight that it shouldn't have.
Well, it was a little less than what they're used to, though. He normally throws cannons, right?
Tu veux prendre deux, fait que là, on les a donné l'option.
Merci. On va les prendre.
You survived COVID somewhere? Red.
Get it there, guys. I think.
Come on.
Make sure, guys. Come
Come
on.
on. Put it on the pin. Get his confidence up. Oh, I'm glad Nico didn't get off it. Good sweep. Fallait pas qu'il lâche. That's weird. I wanted to give him a 0 on that. That's weird.
January is still coming up as my first option for JAN. How's that possible? You know the word suggestions that it gives you when you start typing? When you type, yeah, but you know when you, they give you the choice of what they think you're typing?
oh yeah.
So I'm putting in the score, right? So I'm like 2-1, and I go JAN, and it's like Janvier and January are my two options. It's like, how many times have I written my last name in this stupid thing? Nothing.
I think it's better that way. Because if they actually do keep track of your age,
Which they probably do.
They do, but
they just don't give you the service.
they don't give me the helpfulness of,
You gotta have your keyboard on.
well, it's got to have it on bilingual, so it recognizes when I'm one or the other. See, the two
It
options
drives
are
me
the
crazy
same.
too because it's like I'll be writing something say in French and then you know and then I'll be writing but like it's not keeping up with like I'm not doing French.
My mom, it happens to my mom all the time. It starts autocorrecting to French, so half of her stuff,
I don't know, maybe you want to
then it
watch him or
becomes
something?
gibberish, and I'm trying to figure out, okay, what would she have been trying to say that would have corrected it to that French word? It becomes this like
Belle shot, ça.
game.
Yeah, you try to go after it, and if you hit the guard, it's not the end of the world.
Hilarious. I can always tell when you're dictating his name is spelled wrong.
Yes.
It's hilarious. And maybe like the number of times you would have probably written his name, you'd think it would know.
Watch that.
Except he's not one of your, not as one of your favorites. That's the problem.
He's not listening.
I never focused on the game.
So it's the right idea, right?
But it's better to miss inside.
Yeah, we would have been better to nudge the guard over, but this is a harder one because if they hit the outside, right, you can.
If they hit it automatically, I think they double.
That's right.
Guessing I think he's related to Not many people go on and spend 2 hours watching this. They don't actually know the kids.
Un bon résultat quand même.
Ouais, quand même pas pire. Maybe we try run back.
He was in heaven.
Was he getting doted on?
He was like, I got to game with Jerome.
Je pensais qu'il passait à côté.
Ouais, moi aussi, dans le but en arrière.
Mom, I let me call him on the phone so I could talk to him while we were gaming. Did she maybe pancakes?
Je pense à un double sur celui de l'extérieur.
I'm like, I guess I should for me.
Ouais,
Hey! Ta définition de easy. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait? Il a checké à l'intérieur. On va être chanceux? Ok, chanceux. Yeah, he's doing. What is he doing? He's such a knucklehead.
Why is he doing push-ups? Because he missed his shot?
Missed his shot.
Oh my god, what a ridiculous kid. Nico just did push-ups on the side because he flat out missed his shot.
What? He got the.
I know, but that's not what he did. So he was punishing himself with push-ups.
How many did he do?
Like 5.
The problem is we've got 2 games to follow and lots of rocks, so we're doing push-ups in our second round.
Yeah, not a good waste of energy.
Way to go. Why don't you just put the energy towards focus as opposed to push-ups right now?
Steve, it's not like you and I do push-ups.
True. Push up?
We'd be done
Push
for the
up?
day,
I've
yeah.
done 400.
I was unlucky.
Just a little light, that's all.
Let's see if the push-ups help.
What is he doing again? Such a tough turn. See, this is the wrong turn. You gotta go the other way. This is really hard visually.
I think it's because he wants him to roll under the
It doesn't matter. It's still,
I love Nico's line.
he made it, but
Nice shot.
And he's going to get the roll. Nicholas. Oh no, a little too...
it's all behind the tee, so it doesn't really matter. It's a good shot, though.
Still a good shot, Steve.
Yeah, better than a 0. I just would have played it this way, right? Because that way is really.
Did you see Owen? He was taking his gripper off and almost fell over. Because it kind of, well, it's because it kind of got stuck. So he pulled and then it almost like threw him off balance. That was pretty funny. These kids are a good source of entertainment. I'll give them that.
I find it easy watching and this and that, like, just like flopping around. Yeah, watch next time, just like.
His arms do too a little. Oh, est-ce qu'on a eu...
Non,
Non, pas
j'essaie
encore.
juste de voir s'il y a un moyen que je puisse voir le nom d'utilisateur.
Fergus, I'm not sure if he's 1 year old yet.
On va faire mon- Ah, c'est pas
Yeah, stick them up there.
Come back. Come on.
Oh,
It's gonna roll
Curl.
over, I think.
Un peu trop fort.
Ouais, c'est ça. Parce que...
Avec ce pot-là, elle reviendra pas.
Non.
Okay.
Donc, un peu, je trouvais qu'il était tête sur le balai, mais il y a plus contrôle.
In between ends, I'm gonna check to see because it won't pop up that I've got a text necessarily. So I told my mother-in-law yesterday. She tries to text me when I'm streaming the game. I can't see it. So est-ce qu'ils t'ont vu? Oui. Ok. Time out.
Like I say, on Friday, it might have been.
You know that video too? Okay.
I don't know that one.
Oh God, Charlie showed it to me. It had like 89 million views. I'm like, it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
It's there like since like fourth grade.
Oh, yeah?
In my head ever.
Oh, maybe I do. No, I don't know.
It's this guy in a banana suit.
Like a
He's
real guy or an
Well,
animated?
no, a real guy, and he's like going like this. It's really dumb. It's very weird, but apparently
Huh. Is that on purpose? Well done.
that was a good one. Where'd you get the coffee? Was it at the? It's $1. Yes. Okay. So I'm thinking my coffee from this morning is long since gone. Chloe's friend came over yesterday from CJ, and they were watching TV together. And Chloe asked me, she goes, "Do you mind if she has a coffee?" I'm like, that's the weirdest thing. You're too little for coffee. And I'm like, oh wait, you're 18. Yeah, when I was 18, I used to drink lots of coffee. I remember going out for breakfast with a colleague of mine. I can't remember why we went out for breakfast. It was during the week, anyways. And you know how they come over? We were chatting. They come over and they pour, and they pour, and they pour. I think we both started late. That's why we had like a late first. We went out for breakfast before work. And I got to the office and like an hour and a bit into my like work day. Because I had so much coffee. Yes, they keep on pouring. It was like, because you can't keep track, right? Because, you know, they drop, you drink a couple sips and they fill it and then you drink some, so you don't end up knowing exactly how much you've had. And I remember sitting at my desk and I could feel almost my inside shaking. But, oh my God, this is not good. I was expecting my whole inside to just explode.
I'm gonna be driving fishing. He's not into that comics club.
Stand there now.
I don't know who makes coffee. All is well down there? No one's half asleep?
No, they're all-
Cole's nice and awake?
So they called and come around and missed? Is that what I'm...
I believe so. He was late, way much too late.
Did he tap us
He
in?
tapped us a little. I don't know if we're in though. I can't tell.
Come on.
Hard, guys. Come on, guys, hard.
Were we trying to come around?
Yeah.
Is that right? I think so.
I think the right one's in.
So did we miss the come around?
We're a little short, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's in, but I mean, they're not scared of throwing heavy weight.
That's some heat.
So curling now.
Can we get the back ones now?
Now we're in.
Now we're in.
No, even though that was the first thing I told them to say, put the score up. Problem is, 90 seconds is too long. They're kind of like goldfish.
Yes.
So you have to sort of finish with what you want them to know. The beginning goes right over their heads. It's okay, 50% of them are mine out there. I'm allowed.
Don't worry about him. He's still forgetting.
They don't listen to me anyways, even when they can hear me.
Kobe, you know he's talking about you too.
He'll forget, it's okay.
It's pretty good.
It's got the weight, it's really good.
I think it's a little heavy.
Well, why were they sweeping it?
I'm not, actually not sure.
Oh, we gave him an out now, right? Because he didn't go down to it. If that was 2 feet shorter, it's perfect.
I think Nico should have been sweeping.
No, neither of them should have been sweeping because we got around the guard with lots of room, but we're heavy. Right?
If someone was sweeping, I think it should have been me.
Prochain coup, le Vice va aller dans la maison. Puis je vais lancer ses pierres, puis il va aller dans la maison.
Did you come around?
A little deep. We just overswept it a little. Good shot, but we've given them an out
They can
now.
go sit on it now?
So that's why that extra 2 feet was huge, right? Super shot.
What?
Oh, I guess I hit it great.
Well, you could also just tap it, but guarding it, giving him one is not bad either. Right? You can just throw the same shot and leave it right there. Je pense qu'il veut faire un chip, de sortir, mais...
Ça veut dire que c'est nous autres qui les shot.
Oui. I'm not sure. The advantage of making this, if you throw the right weight and stick, now we have to throw against 3, right? So you're putting a lot of pressure on them, but you're making 2 comes into play here really quick.
Trying to chip it out?
It's close.
It looks like it's gonna go out.
No, he's gonna whiff. Oh, good shot. Is it enough?
No, I still have a shot for you.
I still have a shot for 2 though. Yeah.
But they're also in the left.
Well, he's still got a shot for 2 though.
Ben là, il faut qu'il pousse la jambe parce qu'on n'est pas, on est juste deuxième shot.
Maybe I should throw it back.
Do you want some coffee? I've got coffee.
Oh no, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay.
I'm already
Je pense qu'il
Popped up
essaie de
enough?
un heavy draw, même juste le draw tout court, je pense.
Je pense qu'il y a encore des droits trop avec le balai.
Le balai qu'il y a là, s'il essaie de taper.
Il y a trop de balais qui tapent.
Watching the game.
So it's Zachary that plays the French part?
Yes.
And you weren't there on. That was Monday. Was there?
No.
You're also
It was parent teacher. So I think the teachers were all still there because they were doing it in their classrooms. It was all Zoom, but they were in their classrooms.
Oh, it has this basketball practice.
But the
quoi qui est arrivé? Il a dû passer au pied droit, il est flashé. Okay. J'ai pas vu, il y avait trop de pieds.
Ouais, non, il a défoncé. Ben, il y avait le poids pour faire le tap, mais
pas le balai.
il y avait trop de balai.
C'était entre les deux.
So I think it was a steal of one.
Yeah. He threw the right shot, but with the wrong room. He threw the weight to score 2, but they,
Well, too bad for him.
yeah, that's why
Works for us.
you got to make them make shots, right? That's the they can miss them too, just like us.
Sorry, guys.
Because his coach, his main coach, is also the computer or the president, I guess, of the actually but he's got another coach. And it's basically Steve.
Like that.
I think that's the trend with like hockey too, baseball. So many well, and often not a as we saw baseball.
Consistency is not always good.
It's not the consistency that,
This is the problem.
Balances and checks, right? When the same
Yes,
person's
that
doing the
type-
balances
oh,
and
that-
the checks,
Well, I think that's what he was meaning, was
Yes.
he's been consistently the person in charge.
doing,
in all
yes.
doing all of the balances and the checks and making all the rules. So they're going, oh, there's a reason why
maybe
companies
setting
don't
yourself
audit
up to-
themselves, right?
Yeah. Oh, Steve, Heidi might know someone for you to replace Erica.
Yeah, I know. Mark too.
Oh, well, there you go. Mark, too. Our accountant.
Who's
She's
retiring.
He almost said she. I don't know why. I was like,
Yeah, he's
she's
down.
not. For some reason, that was what was about to come out.
I think they just don't want to tap
Not at all
there just
the
in
case.
case, but
But still, it's a much harder shot, right?
yeah, and this one has more chance of it curling more. Well,
And his ankles rolled in. I think it's also easier to see the gap in the socks.
I don't know. And he's got
It's
this
also a,
big feet, skinny
it's
baby.
also a sign that if you're on the weight on the broom, because he's walking next to the rock. If you watch the way his feet, he's not doing a shot. So if you're walking, your center of gravity has to be over your feet. Whereas when you're shuffling, you can shuffle and have your weight come down. So you can tell just from the way his feet are moving, he's got too much weight on his feet.
Yeah, like if you look at these guys here, you see how they're like.
See the guy on the left, he's not walking, he's shuffling, right? And the guy on the right seems like, oh, so he's walking.
It's like the first kid that manages to get in here.
Tu pourrais engager le premier à le mettre dans le peinture bleue, va faire un point, ce bout-là.
Ça ressemble à ça, hein? Ça ressemble à ça parce que.
these cameras outside though.
It's light again.
Go guys, hard, hard, hard.
It's not light, it's light.
Non, ça accroche.
Split them, split them.
Messy house.
Well, it's,
House is green.
the house is
Oh,
green.
no, but
front yard.
yeah, the front. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what you call them.
First
Yeah,
one.
yeah, front yard. That would be a good. I don't know what. I mean, I don't know if they would.
Full 5. Only was 0 pour 3 là.
Watch, someone's now gonna blow because they're gonna give it too much weight. Line's good.
No, I think he's gonna hit the blue. He's gonna hit the guard.
Il est trop light.
Wow. Ça doit être lent en. Shit, one's adjusting.
because usually that's
Toutes les jaunes d'un bord, toutes les bleus de l'autre.
Moi, je vois ça.
Ils sont pas de chance à la glace. Là. Hey, quand même, on est tous des amis. Là.
Ah, le but de la masse. Ah, ben,
Ça ralentit vite. Là.
c'est la base. Je vois bien.
Faut qu'elle curl, là.
they go down.
C'est rendu à...
He leans towards where he wants it to curl, and he twirls his broom.
It's when he's sweeping too.
I know, when he's not actually sweeping, and when he's waiting to see if he's going to sweep, he twirls his broom. It's a funny,
Now a hit and roll under.
funny
Yeah, hit and roll under, we're in a heap of trouble.
yeah.
Mathis, parce que ça active.
Yeah,
Or
we're in
you
trouble.
could do is like split the.
Or draw one in and try to cut them down to one, right?
Looks good. He's not going to get the roll, though. Now if we hit and roll, they got promotional stuff on it. The
Okay.
views are better.
If you hit and stick there, then they've got a choice to make, right? They can either draw and ignore it.
Steve, this is the same.
Yeah, I would play the other way.
Yeah.
This is.
Yeah.
En plus, durant le time-out, j'y ai dit.
En plus,
En time-out, j'ai dit. Fais attention, les in-to-out.
après la game, je peux y en parler si tu veux.
Ouais, on va faire un petit.
Cross,
Yeah, and look at the guard too. If he's like a little.
Visually, that looks tough too with the.
J'ai un message pour les deux coachs. Une demande. L'électricien a trouvé le problème, mais il doit fermer l'électricité au complet pour faire un restart. Est-ce que vous êtes correct si après le bout, on donne une pause à tous les joueurs, on fait le reset, puis là,
Oui, absolument. Absolument.
OK.
Ben, après le bout, eux autres, ils commencent. Ben... Ah non, ils ont fini eux autres aussi. Ok, c'est bon, parfait. On va tout finir en même temps. Ok.
So the right call was the wrong shot call, right? Because he had him play it this way. He's going to have him play it this way.
Yes, chances are he would have hit it.
And I think this one's short too. Well, now he's going to.
Again, he's going to make him do it again.
Yeah, we go the other way.
Yeah. I can't believe you told him, and he still is not.
And then look.
Absolutely no reason. There's absolutely no reason
And
to throw
visually,
this.
especially with their blue now in the way, that's a hard visual.
I mean, the only advantage to throwing this turn is you'll get more roll,
Yes, well, I think that's
right?
his
The
thought.
in to out, you'll get way more roll on it. So,
Actually, that was perfect.
so that's the only reason to throw that turn. Perfect shot.
Don't let anybody get the same shot twice, right? The odds of them missing. And they're that much
They're stronger too.
Ils vont causer des.
A lot of like finger crossing. Like,
Ça commence à être tard, mais.
Ouais.
Mais il y avait l'opportunité, right? C'est pas
Ouais, non,
mauvais de les
c'était
laisser,
correct.
il y avait la chance. Toutes les shots sont bons si tu fais la shot, right?
C'est ça, le.
C'est dur. Puis je trouve qu'il y a. Ça prend une certaine maturité pour savoir les plans B. Right? Vous voir beaucoup de gars qui. What's he trying here, Kobe? The blue on the blue? Oh, he's way inside. Or the yellow on the yellow?
C'est yellow, yellow, je l'ai cassé.
Yellow, yellow, yellow? Oh, what a great shot. My
chanceux. Ah, c'est chanceux.
Oh non, c'était pas comme ça
Ah
qu'il
non,
voulait.
c'est pas du tout calé. C'est extrêmement chanceux.
Moi, c'est ça que j'aurais dit à mon gars de faire, mais
Ouais,
avec
c'est
du
ça, je voulais qu'il
sabouin.
cale. C'est ça, je voulais qu'il cale, mais c'était pas ça qu'il essayait. Il essayait de jouer sa bleu, puis je sais pas ce qu'il essayait en fait.
Do the kids know that there's going to be a break?
No, not yet.
No, I'm sure they'll go out.
It must be like after the game.
Même quand le gars veut parler. Quand le gars veut parler.
Mais ouais, on va l'utiliser comme un time-out, là, comme à TV, le 5e bout.
Ouais, c'est ça.
You're going to go tell them?
Non, mais c'est out parce qu'il n'y a pas beaucoup de pierres ici, ça va être plus lent. Just get it in, guys, get a biter. Get it in, get it in, get it in, get it in. Okay. Yep.
Like he's not eligible for the tournament. He's eligible for the mixed doubles.
So now, unfortunately, being out that far, right, we've given them the same shot. We can go under.
But your name is on there too. That's also the sign up for the mixed doubles. So that's a U20. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of them. We didn't sign, but I had asked the competitive coach of the province if it was best for us to sign up for the team. She said they're being looked at as individuals. But I mean, on the court, they don't.
T'as vu, le troisième, lui, il a voulu mettre le balai à l'intérieur, puis le troisième, il a mis le balai à l'extérieur.
Oui, oui.
Tu vois, c'est pas Janilo dans son dos, lui, il écoute.
We submitted ours a year and a half ago. The original deadline was
Faut juste pas rester là, même si on roule dans la maison ou sort, right?
before, and then they said because of
Ben, s'il reste là, c'est pas grave. On
Tu joueras pas.
and
J'espère.
please
Oui, oui.
Pour le dîner, s'il y en a qui veulent aller se servir, il y a quelqu'un qui va vous servir là-bas pour si vous voulez avoir une pointe de pizza, il y a des petites choses. Puis c'est un don que vous faites à ce moment-là pour le dîner que vous allez faire.
I wrote to her and said, look, the rest of our team is here. This is just before the
Fais
deadline.
juste lancer à travers.
Oui, à ce moment-là,
Because they
faire un
hadn't
don sur
updated the list on the site, so I wanted to make sure that she got that. And she's like, so Anthony, so I assumed that her phone was left in from 14 to 14, essentially. I'm like, Anthony. So I said, no, that would be O-O-N-N-O-D. She's like, oh, I don't, and then when she told me she didn't have it. We have no power at the curling club at the moment. It's on emergency backup. So apparently they figured out the problem and they're resetting everything. So we're taking a little break while they do that. Thank you. They found out the problem with the power, so they have to shut everything down and they're restarting. That's why they're just taking a break. Okay. But did they finish that? Yeah, the end's done. They blanked.
It's gonna be hard
Well, they technically could, it's just then they do pizza fly. Which I think some of them I don't know if that Just waiting for the
Pardon?
I'm so happy.
Oh, yeah. I think I've been happy my whole life about that.
But you want to get these reminders. I read the New York Times weekends and all these sections.
The only thing that would have been good being in the States is the fact that we as adults and the kids would have had access to a vaccine sooner than we did here. That's the only thing. But
I lost that 40-something years of our lives.
I don't fear my kids being shot in their schools.
We talked about the fact that, like, the fact that the health system is so fragile, that's what saves us from having, like, stupid amounts of COVID. So if you have access to it earlier, the conditions in which we'd be living would be more dangerous.
Yeah.
So we were actually better off being in Canada than the US having vaccines 3 months earlier, but it, you know,
Yeah.
we're kind of like,
That's crazy.
I mean, now would be the school shootings.
Did you hear they charged the parents
Excellent.
of the kid in Michigan?
I didn't hear that.
So they charged the parents with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter because they lost the gun. Did you hear this whole story? Okay. It is insane. Like, insane isn't even the right word. So they bought the gun. They did not keep it locked. That morning, they got called into the school because the kid had drawn pictures of guns and dead bodies and like written bloody bullets and blood spatters and like all kinds of stuff. So they called the parents and the counselor and said, 48 hours, you need to get your kid clearly somehow, and I don't know why, this is the one part that they put him back in the classroom. They just sent the parents home and the kids staying in school. Giving your mistakes and everything, I'm not convinced that I would be putting him back into. So he went back to class, went into the bathroom. Oh, and they found him shopping for animals. They go no, the school. That morning, yeah. So between the pictures and the shopping for ammo, they were like, yeah, you need to get him help. But they didn't help him, which is insane. They leave, he goes back to class. So, I think it's less than an hour later. And he got a text from his mom. His mom texted his son and I'm thinking, really? It didn't occur to you when you clearly obviously knew that there were signs there. You knew you had access to a gun. And so after they heard about the shooting in Wisconsin, they went looking for the gun at home. They called the cops and said they think it's our son. So now they've been charged. And apparently they had put out a.
But did the son or is he still
No, he's still alive. He was arraigned the other day. He pled not guilty. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Not sure how you can pull that one off, but
How?
maybe of the specific charges, I don't know. But I mean, he was charged with 4 degrees of premeditated bringing the gun to school, obviously you're intending to hurt dogs. Right, a bunch of attempted murder and terrorism. Like they're gonna find like this way to this thing. I was shocked. Wisconsin. The jogger hunted. They were all charged. A couple of them had not guilties for some of the charges, but for the most part, they were all charged. So Charlie, I think you might be okay with plugging in now. Give it a second. Usually those modems take a little bit of time to kick back on, so give it a second. Hey, let me know. They have pizza over there, so if you're hungry, we can look. I don't know how much money I have. There was a power outage this morning, and they found the problem, so they were resetting the system. The power is now back on, and the game should be resuming shortly. Working? Looks like. There's a little
Ouais, c'est ça. Fait clair?
Ça change la perspective un petit peu.
Like I know the higher I come out of that hack, the more robbery.
I don't know, Charlie, maybe just have to
Oh, did you restart?
We can go back. How do I go back? Zoom.
You can take this. Get the plug. Where's the? I guess
On est TV en plus.
Encore mieux.
Put it in there. Yeah. Okay, well then get it out then. Here, go find a spot.
I have a charger in there. my other bag, I think. In the front pocket, I have a full charger.
Yeah. This one doesn't charge very well.
On a rendu trois attaques. Avant de
Plus, moi, ça va être.
Au moins, avec l'écran, on a une meilleure vue. Là.
Effectivement, on sait plus qu'est-ce qui touche pas. Là. T'as pas compris.
Ça se peut pas, là.
Ta mort va être assez longue.
He's throwing the in there out again.
Oh, did you tell him?
Yes!
Oh my god.
Non, trop bon. Mais tu vois, avec l'autre tour, ça aurait resté droit.
Oh, il y a bien
on l'aurait fait.
Ah oui.
Here? They might ask you to move every now and then when they've got to update the computer, but you'll just move.
Maybe talking exactly about the
Yep.
Yes, clearly.
Well, the problem is just, well, it actually worked quite well the second time around, right? That
Yeah.
Le Mathis, Nathan, il est descendu.
You want to come and get it?
No, I
Maybe
don't.
on this iPad, and he's going to do Intel again.
Yeah, but now he has to because there's a rock in the way.
Oh oui, vraiment long. Dans sa défense, il n'y a pas le choix.
Mais là, il est correct. Là, c'est acceptable. Là, mais...
Malgré qu'il y a de la main, elle doit y aller pareil.
Ben, je pense que c'est un peu plus difficile visuellement, là, mais oui, je pense.
Là, il doit.
Then you can try to get on the Wi-Fi after.
Non? Un peu léger. Pour avoir assez de roll, ça prenait beaucoup plus de poids, mais c'est correct. C'est bien.
you can do it, kid.
Couldn't do it if we tried.
Ceux qui aiment le trop bon.
Just some change.
Les gars disaient que la classe était pas mal moins stable.
You can do it. You can do it.
Moi, ils m'ont dit plus lent, mais hier, nous autres, on avait des spots que ça bougeait, et d'autres spots que ça bougeait pas.
OK. Pierre,
No, you
elle
can have change. That was 23
était stable pas mal tout à l'heure.
Okay. Les autres, ils ont ralenti beaucoup en sixième.
OK.
Beaucoup en sixième.
Bon, les gars, ils ont lancé un gros vite encore, même que.
Ah, okay, good. Mais pour un 2-sheeter, il y a quand même, c'est large, là, il y a beaucoup d'espace. C'est bien.
Only you could go home.
Ouais, c'est vraiment beau.
Bon, c'est ça. Ah non. C'est qu'il faut un petit peu plus.
No, I had all dressed up. Did you want pizza at all? No.
Fine, thank you.
It's a donation. Technically. Sit, rock, sit.
Like doing on the current big stuff.
I've only got a 20 left as well. I had 5 and that was it.
I have a couple fives in my
Do you?
wallet if you want.
Where's your wallet?
In my jeans, in my bag, wherever that's gone to.
Yeah.
It's also donated.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Hey, we'll just give more in the next time when other people want pizza.
It's fine. It's fine. It's more than coverage of cost.
Breeze right to it. Nice shot.
Yeah, I think you just got it. Je pense.
C'est assez.
Juste assez, je pense.
Je pense que oui. Non, c'est pas jaune, là, ce qui joue dessus.
A little chip out. I think he's trying to.
Stuff the towel off already.
Non, c'est ça, c'est.
C'est dur à savoir. J'espère que c'est vous autres, parce que sinon,
C'est pas très intelligent comme
je
ça.
questionne son corps. Needs to curl a ton.
Ah, il va. Non, il va.
Elle rentre un petit peu.
No. Ah.
Non, la bouge pas.
You can ask that in pizza.
I guess the mist will be inside there, so then you can get your own
Ça me joue.
Yeah. Because with the guard, right? With the guard, the only danger would have been over curling for jam on yours. But really, that yellow is behind the two side. Even if you're hitting enough to hit both the yellow and the blue still, you would have been okay.
What? Okay, tell, wait him back and say, we'll get together some other time for sure. Okay? I will come back and see you sometime.
Non, c'est correct, c'est correct.
C'est pas mauvais, deux bleus, deux pierres dans le forefoot, là, c'est pas mauvais.
Ça donne pas mal d'options.
So this we have to hit the inside, right? We don't want to hit the outside and have a jam on the yellow, so we want to hit the inside. Ideally,
Wait and roll.
j'espère.
Ouais, t'as chier.
J'espère. Parce que hit and stick, ça vous donne le double aussi, là, c'est...
Ben, il faut pas qu'il s'aille large parce que sinon, il y a pas
La jam est là,
Je sais pas s'il allait droit ou.
juste un petit demi-pierre vers la droite, là, ça...
Ça va être pas mal.
Roll over. Right there. Yeah, perfect, good shot.
He gave himself his own little. Did you notice?
Ça va être
With
bon
his
pour le
hand,
moral.
He gave his own little like good shot.
C'est ça que t'as l'air de kill again.
How when Bédard was busy putting the rock away and didn't give him the acknowledgement, so he gave it to himself. That was funny. Bravo, coach. Ton deuxième, il avait regardé avant la décision juste pour être sûr que tu n'aurais pas de time-out.
Plus le shot d'aller.
Ouais. La seule bière qui te fait mal, c'est la petite jaune qui est en avant de la maison. Si elle n'était pas là, on n'a pas de place café. Puis vous autres, lancer des doubles et du gros poids, c'est pas un problème. Là, avec le poids qu'il peut lancer, lui.
Non. Put it in the garbage. Take this.
Les petites shots de touche de même sont difficiles pour tout le monde.
On est large, on est besoin.
Coffee machine on the bar.
Faut-tu la toucher?
Oui, il y a douche. Ouais, c'est. Oh, there,
Is he taking out the blue, Steve?
Ah oui.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't like it.
Call the timeout.
You gotta roll away. If you hit and roll away, it's good. But if you hit and stick there, then you're giving him backing. And don't chip your yellow
I
out.
was going to say, if we take ourselves out, that's not good either. Which looks like we're going to do.
Which he just did. Double son no pierre. Just took the shot rocket.
So are they sitting one now?
No, we're one still, but we're wide open for an easy tap for two. If he throws a guard,
Yeah, I don't know what, yeah. Or be really wide, right?
it's the wrong shot.
Especially after he's just made such a shot.
Oui, c'est une comédie d'erreur, ce bout-là.
Ils sont pas loin, là.
He only has to bump it an inch, though. If he bumps our yellow an inch, he gets two.
Ouais, il a.
Juste assez, je pense.
Everybody get out. Si t'es pas sûr, mesure.
Ouais, dans les bleus.
Yeah, they're calling for a measurement.
Christy, c'est hier que c'est elle qui mesure.
En bas.
Well, you might as well measure, right?
Christy, are you the one who measures? They're calling for a measure on one. Oh, yeah, he's going. He's going.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was my turn this afternoon, but he did it this morning. He said, no, I don't want to keep going.
So awesome.
Oui. C'est sûr qu'on a le doute. 17, je pense que dans la caméra, je dirais que c'est jaune.
So I don't
C'est
think
dur
it's
à
as
savoir,
hard
hein.
because it depends on where you put it on the rock, right?
Moi, je pense que c'est jaune selon la caméra,
Dans la
mais
caméra, j'ai l'impression que c'est jaune. On peut peut-être monter.
Yeah, so as it goes by, you can see how much further it's
so this just does a differential. You measure one stone, and if the other stone is if the spring loads, then you know you're further. And because the rings are actually irrelevant, they're just an indicator. They have no bearing. It's from the pin in the middle.
And
That's
they
it.
can be off, right? The ring's off a little. Visually, you think one's closer than the other,
Je pense qu'il y a pointé jaune.
Ouais.
so was that
Yeah, he didn't tap it quite enough.
so a steal of one?
No, they scored one.
They scored one. I wasn't
Oh.
sure who was. Steve always said that if you look at it more than twice.
I think they put it on the wrong side.
3-2.
They put it on the wrong team.
No, that's right.
No, is it?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Oh, okay, sorry. I guess I thought we were the other way around.
Oh my God, 3. Scored 3 over there. Oh, jeez.
So which pool would we prefer being the other one or this one? They're both the same.
All the teams that are here. So if we play well, we can beat anybody, but if we don't play well, anybody can beat us. Mark, he's sweeping better going this way. See, he's shuffling. Right?
Yeah, I think he's still laughing. It's 1%.
Don't listen to Mark's jig-jag.
No, he's talking about Owen's jig, not Kobe's jig.
Nice for you guys.
A house
For a
like
child.
ours. A house like
Most
ours.
of us with 3 kids, that's
They're on their own.
A house
I'm retired.
exactly like
twins
ours.
live together.
Yeah.
Charlie,
On
you
our
want to
street,
live with your brother?
sold in like 6 hours for $750,000. Just behind us. And it was a it's an older couple that was living there. So I can't imagine it was necessarily super. I didn't see the pictures. Maybe they put a ton of work in. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's insane.
So that's how kids are affording to use the rent.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
they're
we
not.
have to get ready.
So they're not affording is what you're saying is we have to pay for it.
They're not, yeah.
They can live in an apartment.
Yeah, that kind of screws up my apartment. Unless I'm moving anyway.
Not or they're like.
Mark, aren't you living in an apartment right now?
That might be coming to an end.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, good
Nice
shot.
shot.
Super. Super.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. I'm supposed to get an offer on Monday. So it's good, but I haven't seen it. Yep. Yeah. Well, no, the industry is completely different. The role is a higher role. Would be very.
You're actually excited.
Yeah, it would be really good.
So it's worth it.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oddly enough, there's another one that's not going to be going through. So
Maybe annoying.
Oh.
yeah, but
On a l'air d'avoir piqué.
Ouais.
Parce qu'elle était pas.
Je pensais qu'il l'avait, oui.
Well, like I told him what I'm looking for, and
No, we-
I haven't heard anything back. Like that's what I'm gonna get on.
La touche, puis il y avait pas les éléments.
I don't know, you know.
Oui, c'est ça.
It's happened relatively fast. This one, I reached it. Thinking too much of it when I reached it, but then as I dug into it, like the other one, I had
Do they have a computer screen down there?
Tu peux pas le run back,
Steve?
c'est l'autre au bord.
Right there.
No, no. Do they have one down at the other end to see this?
Oh, yeah.
There is one. Okay.
I know there's one on that side, but I guess there's probably one on that side.
Is that what's over, like on this? I guess.
No, it's a
looks
heater
like-
that's there.
Oh, that's a heater. Okay.
On that side, it's a little slippery slack.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there's one on this side.
Yeah, there is. Okay, I couldn't tell because it looked like they were looking up at something. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say, can we get the double? Do you think, Steve? Yeah.
at least he knocked that out of the way.
So the mist here is tight, so worst case you hit the blue at the top, right?
Le millage. Touches-tu? Oui, il touche.
À peine. Elle revient un petit peu.
Girl, baby.
Peut-être over the top. Vas-tu le faire de l'autre façon?
Non, il passe en haut.
Oh, oh. Come on, spinning, spinning, spinning. Huh? Okay, that's not bad. For how far out he tossed it, that's a good.
Well, he didn't put a lot of weight, eh?
Well,
so,
but he flicked it out. You could see the way he released it.
no, but what I meant was if he'd put a lot more weight on that, there's no way it would have come back at all.
Well, and those nibblers mean we're one shot away from a big end, right?
Yeah.
It's
Those things are a pain in the butt. Those nibblers.
Oh, wait, you're like the specialist maybe?
No, I just know. I've had them happen. They've happened enough in our games on Monday. The nibblers.
yeah, it does look pretty good. Good shot.
I guess you have to use ours to.
Yeah, well, you can hit the blue onto the yellow. You can do a whole bunch of stuff.
What?
I'm okay with peeling. Yeah, you can save that for yourself though, right?
Zachary likes
So Zachary will
those.
save that for the end. So right now you try it.
What, like the yellow that had the
You want to get rid of the front. It's just it's hard because it can jam there and it can jam there, right?
C'est parce qu'avec les statistiques, dans
We need to clear it back anyway.
il fait les lignes dans la bonne
A lot of good that could happen with this.
Il fait les lignes pour aider le cœur.
Oh boy,
That's right.
he tossed it way outside.
We could angle that back.
Yeah, but it might jam over here on this one. And that's the danger one there. Okay, we got lucky. But now we took away the angle.
Yeah.
See how we tossed the yellow over enough that we took away the angle around it.
Mind you, isn't there a straight tap back? Yeah, there we go.
That's why they're pushing.
Yeah.
There is for now.
Yeah.
C'est les lignes, mais ça peut être bien. Ouais, c'est pas le même. C'est ce qu'on veut, c'est la base. Ça va faire.
have to throw normal?
It depends. If he wants to throw the out turn, yes. I think you got to throw it as hard as you can. But throwing it this way is the only way to really try to get by it, right?
Owen has a perfect board weight, but
Es-tu sur le Wi-Fi?
just take out it.
Oui, ça fonctionne. Eric, oui, ça fonctionne.
Oui, merci, hein, Charles. On dit oui, merci. Tossed it out again. She's got to curl a mile and a half.
It's coming.
That's okay.
That's
No,
why
it's
you opened it up, right?
yeah. He's got to chew. He's got to make a good guard now. I'm not against that shot. The fact that he rolled in over to the right is.
Yeah, I mean, it's like within like a 4-hour window kind of.
But here's Owen hasn't lost the game.
His team was ridiculous compared to the others. Like I really hope they reject the teams. I don't know. No, I mean like crushing. Like they. It was like I left early and lost because 18-0, and like honestly, I don't think they really had a shot. Like I don't know. Like because they did like 2 evaluations, and then they still done like a couple of at least. You probably know some of these guys who were.
Yeah.
Because I think a couple of them borderline intercity kind of kids. Like apparently they had the top ranked kid on his team. Somehow they got like the third ranked kid.
Come on, Zachary.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, looks good.
Is it gonna come back?
Looks perfect. Roll it, all the way.
Okay.
Three-quarter feet on the
Yeah, but it's a tough shot, right?
but also it's tough to wait. Like we can't over.
Or you hit something to make a number go down, right? It's whatever you feel like you can make.
I mean, right? You're like, they could probably throw some pretty decent weight if there's 2 on the side, and knowing they would only make 2. If they miss this,
I'm sorry, I know you missed
right? It's a tough.
filming it for the back, but I could show you again what you missed because I
That's gonna say, mind you, we didn't have a lot of fans when we played local, but they weren't allowed yet. Have they changed it? Because Legault wanted that, but public health had said no way. That they were not ready to make that call yet. Okay.
No, leave it right. Let it kiss. Oh, shoot. You got no choice. Good shot, though.
Maybe the angle kept.
I think you got no choice but to try to chisel it out. It's for a bundle of points, right? Mais ça vaut le risque, je pense, pour essayer de l'enlever. Là.
Ouais, mais c'est pour 4.
Ça vaut le risque.
Owen looked back. Owen looked up. He looked up just to be
This is
sure.
100% the right shot. And the miss is wide. Flash. If you flash, we get 1. If you hit it and spill, we get potentially 4. Right? It's totally the right shot. You just gotta
Make it.
make it.
Doesn't throw a ton of weight.
No, I don't. No, he's only got to throw a board.
Yeah, he's been heavy though, so hopefully he tones it down a bit on the way.
Je suis pas sûr que la jaune en haut est dans la maison, hein. D'ici, je dirais oui, là.
Because I don't think that one was really right. I don't think they went.
No, because that blue hit it. Zachary tried to sweep it in.
The one on the top.
Yeah, the blue that's right in front of the yellow that looks like it's under the wings hit that yellow.
Faut qu'elle curl en masse. Non. Flash.
Ah non, il est drôle dessus.
Oh, great shot. Woo! Great shot. Make sure he sees it.
He's saying 4. Oh, don't let me.
No, he acknowledged 4.
Oh, Zach, did you see Zachary's fist bump as he walked away?
Exact. Il y a une chance, pas fini. Un changement? Ouais. Toi ou lui? Quel des deux? Vas-y.
Nico, hold up. Let them switch.
I don't think they've realized.
Are they on? If you switch before the end starts, you can, as long as the player you're switching for hasn't thrown, you can just
Yeah, they can reshuffle their order if they want.
they can redo. Well, no, the skip and the vice skip have to stay the same.
No,
unless
but-
you're subbing it. Then you can reshuffle.
Yeah.
If you haven't subbed the skip and the vice skip, they have to stay the skip and vice skip.
Right, but they can swap out, and if he wanted to play second, he could play second. The kid that just came in.
Yes.
Yeah. So who's leaving?
I don't know. I think their seconds are switching. It's a lot of rocks. Hey, look at them all.
Only 3 rocks are out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is he okay?
he just slipped and fell.
Il n'a pas cogné sa tête, par exemple.
Non, il est tombé sur
Those are just
I felt like that while I was sweeping. Wendy just went, "You okay?" And I went, "Yep." And she then she like jumped right in. And then the second from the team who was down, I fell kind of similar spot to his, just over on the other side. And there was the other skip and Wendy. I said, "I'm sure I didn't touch the way I fell. I knew I hadn't touched the ball." And Wendy and the other skip said, "No, we were looking right at you." No problem. The second one came charging down. She was down. Did you watch change? Merci beaucoup. Who got the song? You did? Oh, nice. So, the,
So you recognize his phone, do you? Evil.
do you look at the back of it all the time?
That's right. He doesn't know what on his face looks like.
Just the back of his phone case.
No, go around yours. Yes.
I noticed the same thing. I didn't realize you were downstairs. You don't like us anymore?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Doesn't mean anymore.
I figured at some point you liked us.
nice to watch.
Sweet voice. Short, eh?
When you put the kids like that, you feed off their energy. Oh, that's right. You feed off their energy too. You know, you feel it when they're. After that last shot, I'm coming at you.
No, what my favorite was that Zachary slid back to you. Like, you could tell he was pretty happy.
I have you want a what? Tissue. Yeah, good turn.
Charlie. And then you gotta look up.
Tissue. That one in?
No, the other way. The other way.
Il n'a pas eu la. Ah non, il y a plus ça.
Field goal. Non, il curle assez. Ok, il n'a pas lancé assez fort.
Ben,
Mais elle va peut-être sortir au moins. Même pas. Ok, au moins il n'est pas dans la maison. No, that's six. There's 6 rocks, so they're all going to hit that. It's just bring it up like fine. You don't want to have this much crap. Maybe we should be throwing howitzer and get blue out of the way.
Just give us stuff to hide behind.
Like, hit the blue out, and if you hit your yellow, you don't care.
That's what Nico said. Blow it up. They saw you!
Of course, because he's got the pizza. He's happy. There's nothing that won't make him happy.
That's any word from Jerome? You're talking to me? Oh.
It's the marbles of the cake.
Stomach size and yes.
Disproportionate to the size of the person. His bone would certainly show sometimes.
Especially if he's eating something he likes.
Only if he's eating something.
I don't think so. You're allowed to They had requested though in an email relating up to the event that anyone, unless they were eating or drinking, that they keep their mask on. Okay.
Are you recording?
I'm really not liking you.
You snitch now. Purposely
That's
done.
funny. Sonny's wife texted me and said, so just to let you know, Sonny's running a little late. He'll probably be like 5 minutes late for practice. I'm like, yeah, I'm in Buckingham. I can't really do a whole lot. I went to high school with her actually. Did you? Yeah. But she's super sweet. I swore for her once in the club and then I recognized her.
When you swore?
She was like, you, I remember you on a body mouth. That's cool too. No, she's the one who told me about being able to get his vaccine. Oh, cool. Because they were announcing it at 5 p.m. that day, and she texted me and she's like, it's open. You can get it now. I'm like, oh, okay.
And you wrote to us.
And then I wrote to you because you were the only other person I could think of that had a kid under 12.
Are your parents by boosters?
Steve's parents are. Mine, I don't know if they've been able to get their appointments yet. My dad's only turning 70 in December, and my mom's under 70, so I don't know what because they were recommending it for 65 and over, so they should be getting them. I just don't know. I think they're due for them in January.
Is that what you asked for, Steve?
No,
No?
we wanted to peel the yellow. We didn't want to stay there because now they got 3 rocks. You wanted to hit the yellow into the blue, blow them all up, and open. But that's why I told him to give him that turn, because if he did what he just did, at least we'd get rid of the blue. So at least those are yellow rocks.
At least those are yellow rocks. Good idea.
You like that, Charlie?
Yeah, because then they can't tap anything up.
Right. And if they make a mistake and are light or whatever, or offline, they can tap us in.
My parents were hesitant to get their boosters because they were basically saying, should we be sending these vaccinations?
They haven't been though.
And that's what I basically told my husband. This vaccine hesitancy from there that we should
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's going to be interesting because I've kept the boys in this COVID study that they were doing. So, right, they had their blood drawn before they got in November of last year, before any vaccine. So we knew then that they hadn't had COVID. Yep. They had it done. The next blood sample was in May, June, right after, a month after their first dose. So got word back that they had never had COVID and that they had the antibodies from the vaccine, which was great. And then I've kept them in. We just did the third blood sample. I just sent it in earlier.
It's not possible to promote that blue into the blue and get your sugar to go into that. So it's if that blue is out further to the left, absolutely. But where it is, you can't hit it and you can't split them for 2. So now the goal is to prick 2.
Like you have a diabetes.
Yeah.
So by peeling the front, we're just preventing them from being able to get more than
Like when they did their heal when they were babies, it's like yeah. So it's basically just you fill out these 5 circles and send it. It's super easy. And they just keep trying to keep kids in the study. They were offering them $25 each if they stayed in for this third round. My crew's like, sweet. Because they've done it now like twice, right? So they know that the actual thing that it takes 30 seconds.
hit the outside of the blue into the yellow, kick the yellow over, throw the blue through, and you still have now you have 1 yellow rock. But even if you hit it nose and roll over at this point, they have 2 blue rocks, right? You just can't get unlucky and have this go over in the back and knock it in.
Whether or not your antibodies are waning, they're trying to figure out whether or not you guys are getting any boosters, right? Like that's kind of important. And then I got, because I had
Perfect. So when you get that much spin on it, it'll go for sure.
the Sears and BS3 or whatever, I was sent an email. They're following up to see if there's been any change in his health, like since having had his dog. I think they're trying to track to make sure kids weren't having any kind of adverse reactions. Because then if you can get data from the people that already had a buy-in, you might be able to convince the residents that look, we
Scoring through the hammer versus feeling is 2 more misses.
Well, you've got all these up and down kids and you've got
right. So I was like, okay, let's do it. So I filled it out this morning because I got it. And it was like just a couple questions, right? Like, did they get the shot? Have they ever tested positive for COVID? Yeah, you can see the results from it.
Just ignore it, Zach. Ignore it. Draw in.
time he goes telling them to get rid of them all.
No, ignore it. Exactly, ignore it. Now you're coming. Now you want to force it on. And if you go to hit and you do something, let's say you just clip on the left one, the blue rock. You just wick it into the yellow, spin it onto the pin, and then you go over and you do even left the blue rock. So you. I know, we only talked about that before the game.
There's always a lot to talk about. This is why Owen is in between the two.
But that is a very difficult tool to figure out when to intervene and when to let him leave. Especially brothers. So it's a very difficult thing. Ideally, you put a physical barrier somewhere on the ice where you say, once he crosses this line, your opinion doesn't matter anymore, you just shut up.
Can't stick around.
Just enough.
No,
it's in.
It's in by like a bear. Easy to spill. Assuming they're going to try to blank here. Or try to get in for
No, they're not going to try to blank. They're not going to try to score. They got to try to score two. So he's going to play the shot I was talking about, the wick, spilly, and hope.
You're so crazy.
It just might work. Because if you hit the outside edge of the blue, it'll hit the yellow, and then the gear effect will spin it in, and then you can get a wick off the outside one. But I mean, this is the blue into the middle blue in for shot is it's tough. But to get the second point, this is a bit of a Hail Mary. You might get it the other way.
You got it. You got it.
Involontaire, mais c'était là. Des fois, c'est juste un bout, hein?
Ah oui.
Des fois, c'est juste une shot, un bout.